Oh, hey, look, it's the losers. What's happening, loser? You ready to do something about your unmanageable life? After this.
Welcome to the 4 Mics, 13 Teeth, 1 Ankle Monitor podcast. A podcast about addiction recovery made by addicts for anyone battling addiction.
Hey guys, we got that joy down in our heart today. What's happening? I'm Youre Blind.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda.
So
today we're going to talk to y'all about reasons to choose, why you should choose recovery.
Yes, and it might be a little tough. You might not even know that you're living an unmanageable life.
No.
Right, but I think you know that you got some things going on in your life you want to change.
We're going to give y'all some really good reasons to make a really hard decision.
Right.
Just honestly, because it's not easy choosing to be in recovery. I mean, it's just not. It's very scary because you're going into recovery blind because you don't know what it's going to hold for you. But I mean, if in all honesty, you're blind now.
Right. So so you're living your life though is hopeless, alone. You feel alone. Mm-hmm. I felt worthless.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't worthy of anything.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that. We all feel like we just don't deserve to be happy, to be recovered. I
don't deserve anything good happening in my life.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times it's just so chaotic and everything is just, it's just, you can't see, a silver lining because there's so much chaos. There's so much stuff just.
Right. Well, you're not trying to grow because you think you got it. You might think that you're in control of your life. I thought I was.
Yeah, we all do.
Wasn't nothing wrong. You know, I had it under control.
Nothing was wrong. Nothing's my fault. What?
Yeah,
what?
Right.
I don't need to change anything. Right. But you do.
Yeah,
We're here to tell you. You do.
And you have a choice. And so for me, health issues.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take care of any health issues. I was scared to go to the emergency room because, well, I know in me and my addiction. Right. I got warrants. I ain't going to the door. I'm not supposed to go up nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's a lot of people. Me personally, I was a good girl.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't get caught.
But what? That's a reason to change. Like, why live like that? Why live in fear constantly, always looking over your shoulder? Because that's how you're living now. You're living in fear. You're constantly looking over your shoulder, wondering who's coming to get you, whether it's the men in black or whether or not it's, the people that you're around.
Right. Well, I mean, the people I'm around, like I said before, I might hate this man right here, but he's the one that's got the good dope.
Yeah,
and it's about just certain relationships that you have too that you have to change. You don't have to live life like that.
No, you can choose to change all of it, but like we said, it's not easy. It's hard, but there are really good reasons to choose it. Like you said, like your health. A lot of times when you're in recovery, you suffer from permanent damage. I mean, you did.
I do.
From drug abuse. I mean, he had to undergo 2 major surgeries because you ruined your body doing drugs.
My digestive system, I had neglected my digestive system so much, with over 20 years of meth addiction, that I had some stuff inside of me that was rotten that had to be taken out. Yeah. And it took 2 major surgeries and I still have trouble with that. I will never have 100% full energy.
No,
because of the way my body is now. And speaking of energy, that's another reason you have a pure energy in your life.
Yeah,
it's not a temporary. Yeah. It's not a temporary hit by hit.
And that doesn't mean every day you're gonna jump up out of the bed and be ready to go. But you have you have something to get out of the bed for.
Right. I get to get up.
Yeah,
I get to go to work.
It changes your mindset.
Yeah, I get to make food for my kids.
Yeah.
I get to actually play with my kids.
Yeah.
There was a time where...
Well, you get to get your kids.
Right.
What you talking about,
right?
That's a positive reason to choose recovery because you may be in addiction and you ain't seen your kids in years. Right. You don't even know your kids.
Well, I might know my 3 kids that live with me now, but I have a 14-year-old that I haven't seen since she was 6. And that is because of my addiction.
Yeah.
Now, I've lost contact with her, and she's been adopted by somebody else.
Yeah.
And
so in your addiction, and this is going to be hard to hear, but when you're in your addiction, you're going to blame everybody else. It wasn't his fault
wasn't my
that
fault.
he couldn't see his kid.
Right,
it's not your fault you can't see your kid.
Was.
You are part of the problem.
Right.
You are the problem. You are. I was. He was. But you don't see that. You don't see that in addiction. What did we say? You're just blinded. You're so blind, but to everything. Right. A lot of the issues that you have in addiction, the problems, the relationships that are broken, the lifestyle that you're living,
the situations that you're in,
or that you get put in.
Right.
It's not that you get put in those situations. You put yourself in those situations.
Right.
Without even knowing it.
Well, and that's what we get focused on in our addiction is we focus on the situation. And more times than not, it's a negative situation.
It's a bad situation.
So now I'm using my addiction. Well, I have a problem, and I'm using to cover up that problem, which causes these certain situations, whatever situation, bad situation that puts you in. But now I'm just trying to fix the situation.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at the problem.
Yeah.
So,
no, because we can't see the problem.
Yeah, but we don't have no problem. Right. It's like, why you bring your feelings in this? It's just business.
There's a whole story for that.
I remember that night.
We're not getting in it. Y'all don't want to see him get beat up on the podcast. Because that is what it will be. But no, honestly, though, you can't see reason. Just like him saying, you shouldn't have your feelings in it. It's business. Right. Feelings are literally the main thing that this world runs on.
Yeah, emotions.
Is emotions.
Right.
I mean, honestly, it is. And when you're in addiction, you have no concept of your emotions, other people's emotions.
Yeah, I lived in the fantasy land for so long.
Yeah.
It was, and whatever I said, whether it was true or not,
that was right.
It was the truth. Right. Whether if I said it, that's the truth. And who are you to tell me otherwise?
But living like that, it can be so chaotic.
Right.
Living day to day, never knowing, super toxic. You never know what's going on. You never know what you're doing. You never know, you don't even know how you're feeling. In all honesty, right. You don't know anything about yourself other than sadness, loneliness, anger. When you're in addiction, that's what you know.
I had no self-respect.
No self-respect.
I didn't respect because I didn't care what anybody thought about me.
No love.
Right.
You didn't love yourself, and as far as you were concerned, don't nobody love me.
Yeah. Poor pitiful me.
But they do.
Right.
They do. People love you. All these people that, that are constantly telling you, you need to change your life. It's because they love you. And they want you, because when you get into recovery, you become the best version of yourself. You find happiness. That's one of the main things that I have found in recovery is just being happy, finding joy in life. That is a big reason to choose recovery.
Right.
It's just being happy. No more crying yourself. I take that back. Sometimes I'll be crying.
Well, that's your own fault because you pull your feelings into it.
Sometimes I cry. I'm a baby, okay? But
me too. I can't lie. If she cries, I cry.
He's bigger than me.
Stop. Okay, next one.
But you actually, you find joy in life again. When you're in addiction, honestly, think about it.
True joy, and again, it's not a temporary joy. You can find, be happy in that one little hit, that one little time, but it's going to take more, and it's not. That is
a false happiness. That is a false hope. That is, it's all a lie. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how else to say it. It is not real.
It's a fantasy land.
It is, but if you choose recovery, that is real. That happiness is real. That joy is real. It's clear. It's pure.
Well, then but not only that, but you actually find true friends.
Yeah, that's the gain in those relationships
back.
You're able to make amends for ways that you've wronged them because, let's be honest, we wrong people in our addiction. We do.
Right. Well, not only that, our addiction, we don't think that it affects anybody else.
No, it's not about anybody else. It's not
addiction,
about you.
Right, but my addiction smeared over my whole family. there's
it's like an umbrella.
The lack of communication. There's distrust. There. And who are you not to trust me?
Yeah.
What have I done to you? I've done nothing but right.
Yeah,
I've never done anything wrong.
That's what we see, though. That's what we think in our addiction. That's the way our mind has warped itself to believe. But you gain those back, like the relationships with your kids, the relationship with your wife or your husband, your mom, your dad.
How about getting a better job?
Yeah.
Finding a better job, and actually being productive in society.
Well, somebody actually wanting to hire you.
Okay, right. Well, that's the thing, though. Hey, I can go try to get whatever job I want to because I can pass that drug test.
That's right. That's right.
That's nothing you don't have to worry about.
To find somebody, hey, you pee for me?
Yeah, hey, you pee for me, and then they go come back.
You done
it. And talking about some, hey, you pregnant, right? You know you're pregnant. Yeah, probation officer said that. I heard it.
Oh my gosh.
That's another thing,
But that's that crazy stuff that we think is a good idea, but I mean, it is just, it don't make no sense. We do things like that.
Nothing in addiction makes sense that you do.
Yeah,
right.
No, it does not. Even our way of thinking don't even make no sense. We think it does.
Right.
We really do. We believe it. But it's not when you choose recovery. You'll just like me and him. We sit up here and we laugh about some of the things that we've said to each other in addiction or that we've done to each other, and we're just like,
oh my God, I can't believe they even did that.
We really thought that was a good comeback. Like what?
Right.
Like
you should have just went inside. You wouldn't have been wet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, we're not bringing that up.
Horrible. I've lived a horrible life, and that's how we can sit up here and tell y'all what it's like to be in recovery and why we choose to stay sober.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to choose to get sober first. And a lot of things that we talk about here, it's like we was talking about, like we actually butted heads and, trying to go over some of this stuff. And she was like, well, I make a choice to stay sober. I was like, hold up. I didn't make that choice to get sober to begin with. I was made to get sober.
Yeah.
But once I got into sobriety and actually into recovery and working steps that celebrate recovery, I started seeing the reasons why, and these are pretty much the same reasons why I stay sober now.
Yeah, the reasons that we're telling
why
you now.
I stay in recovery.
Because it is, it is, in my opinion, the way it is for me personally, and your recovery has to be tailored to you. It has to be specifically tailored to your circumstances, you individually.
Right.
And for me, it is a choice that I have to make every single day. Every day. I have to choose recovery. I have to. But I love it. I love choosing recovery. I'm happy that I have that choice. I feel empowered now that I'm actually the one capable of making these positive changes in my life.
Right. Well, in our addiction, we don't have the ability to make a good choice.
No, because our life is out of control. We don't have any control. There is no control. It's all chaos. And when you get into recovery and you start making these decisions, okay, I'm going to go to CR today. I'm going to speak out in small group. I'm not just going to sit there and be quiet. I'm going to speak out. And then you see the effect that it has on your life. Choosing to go to CR that Sunday and choosing to speak out instead of sitting there quietly. You see the difference that it makes in your life. And
well, you start to see yourself. You start figuring out who
you get to know yourself.
Right. So now I actually have a purpose now. I'm living life with a purpose.
Yeah. And before, I didn't even know what a purpose for my life would even look like.
I didn't care if I had a purpose.
Yeah.
As long as I had a sack in my pocket, I was good. Everything was all right.
My purpose is to make this money.
Right.
Pay them back for.
It's just business. I'm going to see her, but it's just business. I promise.
Yeah. We really do. You got a lot of looks this video. Bill gonna have to do some taking out because, Lord.
Yeah. Y'all come check on me later. I might not be okay.
It's real though.
It is.
Honestly,
and we're sitting here laughing about this, but that's because we can.
We get to laugh about it.
We get to laugh about it.
We get to, because back then, this stuff wasn't funny.
No,
this stuff was
not. It was very
hurtful.
serious.
It was serious. It was a huge issue in our relationship. We had a bunch of really, we've had some really bad times.
Yes, definitely we have. And
together,
it was all definitely attached
being
to
cruel to
addiction.
each other, you know, I mean, just treating each other however. I mean, we just didn't care.
Right.
But
and
now,
you were sober when I was still, you know, even after you got sober, but you were still living in a toxic relationship.
Yeah, because
of the, but that's the thing, right? Oh, so now it's just me. Oh, yeah, we're going there.
At that time it was. I mean,
right.
But it's a blessing to be able to look back at our lives, see where we were and how toxic it was. Like you can literally see it. Like you can see the difference, and getting to sit up here and talk about it and being healed from it, because like we're not talking. This ain't a whole new argument that we've done started.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
Like we're not throwing the past in each other's faces. We're talking about it. We're seeing how just
and that's the healing process.
Yeah. Do
you really actually want to heal? You know, get sober and see what needs to be healed.
See what happens, you know, honestly.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes, my goodness. That was my whole reason to get sober. I mean, honestly, that was the reason. That was my reason. That was my number one factor for getting sober and choosing recovery, because I was just tired of it. Yeah. I was so tired. I wasn't happy.
Sick and tired of me.
Yeah, I mean,
I can say that because I know that she was sick and tired of me, because she left me, took my kids, and left. Deuces. I had to find out through a voicemail because I wouldn't pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't answer these phone calls. You know, the ones, you know, when she was needing diapers and milk at the house, and I'm out here running around in the street, you know, just neglecting my kids.
Yeah.
And neglecting her in the relationship. But the thing is, I'm a grown man. I take care of business. I'll be there when I get there. Well, when I finally checked the voicemail, because I couldn't find her nowhere, deuces, she's gone. I moved a whole nother state away. You know, it was over with. So, you know, if you want to fix these relationships or try to make these amends, and, you know, a lot of times you have to forgive yourself and it's not as much as forgiving other people or asking for forgiveness from somebody else, but forgiving yourself for how you've acted. And then, you know, if you forgive yourself and you start making yourself better, these relationships will be mended. They will come back to you.
They will, because people are going to see the people who love you, the people who are closest to you, which are usually the people who are your worst enemies in addiction.
Right,
honestly.
Because they're the ones telling you need to straighten up.
You know, and they're the ones that you think that they don't care. They're constantly fussing at you. Those are the relationships you're going to get back. Those ones that mean the most to you and that are the dearest and nearest to your heart.
Right. If you act now, you can wait too late. That's like for me. You know, I have a kid, like I said before, I have an older daughter that my younger daughters have never met. Yeah. You know, they got a sister that they've never met, and that's my fault.
In some aspects of your life, there's going to be permanent damage.
There is. Some things is never going to be fixed. And
I'm not saying that it's okay, but forgive yourself and fix what you have the power to. You know,
right.
I mean,
just move forward. Don't stay stuck.
No.
In sobriety, you know, in addiction, you're going to stay stuck. There's no moving forward. There's no growing in addiction. You know, and even in my addiction, I didn't think I needed to grow.
No.
You know, I didn't think I'm fine. I got it. You know, I don't need nothing changed.
You don't need no help. There ain't nothing about my life I need to change. I'm good. You know, I mean, but that's that lie. You know, I mean, knowing when we're by ourselves, we cry, we're alone, we're miserable, we hate ourselves, we hate everybody around us. Right. I mean, we just do. It's so lonely.
Right. And
being in addiction. I mean, it really is. You can be in a house full of people, you know, that you hang out with constantly and be so alone.
Right.
But that's the good thing about choosing recovery, because then you're not alone anymore. You have a whole system of people who are supporting you. And you
just as broken as you.
Just as broken as you, yes.
Right. But they're on the same path and you're all moving forward. And the thing is, even if it's like, you know, I'm almost 6 years sober. But there's people that may only be 2 years into sobriety that know more about it than me.
Yeah, that are helping you.
That I'm getting my information from.
Yes. I actually, I had an experience one time up here at Celebrate Recovery. Now, at this point, I've got like 9 years under my belt of being sober. She comes in, she's got like a week, maybe.
Yeah, on fire.
So happy.
Right.
So freaking passionate about her sobriety. And I was like,
I don't have that.
Okay, like, okay, girl. And I mean, it really, I took a page out of her book and I was like, if I feel so passionate about this, why am I not happy?
Right.
Why am I not just coming in here ecstatic?
Right. What am I missing?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and it really got me, but that's the great thing about recovery. You're never going to stop learning stuff.
Right.
You're not like, it's always, every day, you're going to learn something new about yourself.
Right. Well, we're
about
not
the
perfect.
People you're around.
We're humans. We're not perfect. We will never be perfect.
No.
You know, there's always something that you're going to need to work on. And you're not going to work on it if you're in addiction.
No.
There's nothing you're going to work on while you're in addiction.
No, you're going to stay in the same situation. Nothing is going to change except probably, not even probably, it's going to get worse. Like there is not even a probably in there. It's going to get worse. It like 100%.
It will destroy you. Addiction will destroy you and everything in your life.
Yes. Yes. But there's a bright side.
Right.
Choose recovery. Right. I know it's scary. I know it's hard.
Look, check this though. You are worth it.
Yes.
Regardless of what you've been through, what you've done, your
what
past,
people tell you,
what people have said about you, it does not matter. You are worth it. You deserve to have joy. You deserve to have happiness. Yeah. Regardless of what you've done.
Your kids deserve to know who you are.
Yes.
And see you happy and full of joy. And you deserve to experience those things.
Right.
You deserve to find out what happiness really is, because what you see in the car, whose happiness?
Yeah, you said joy? I found joy. I was like, who's Joy?
Yeah.
She got some money, she need a sack.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get a number. That's it's all different.
But
you find joy.
You find joy just in waking up in the morning and being able to wake up and go throw some clothes in the washing machine.
Yeah, because I get to do this now. I don't got to do nothing. And I want to leave it with this too. Where are we at on time, Bill? We good? So I'm going to leave us on this just to let y'all know it is way cheaper to keep her. You lost in your addiction. You fixing to go through a divorce and lose her and the kids. Now you're fighting for your dog.
Recovery is cheaper.
Recovery is cheaper. It's cheaper to keep her. So get sober. Leave them things alone. Do what you can to get sober. If you need some help, call us. We got numbers, on our Facebook page. There's numbers at the top. Call if they can't help you, and that's the thing too up here at Celebrate Recovery. If you call us and we can't, we know a guy.
Yeah,
we know a guy.
Yeah, we do.
Get yourself right.
Check out some of these other videos too that we've got.
Right.